Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the last installment of the Light at Night podcast. I'm your host, Ed. On the second mic, we have Candace, I think. And on the third mic, we have Saul. We're going to get right into it this week. With a heavy heart, we're going to have to say goodbye one final time, and the lights will go out tonight. But there are new things on the horizon. We really have no idea exactly what that's going to look like. But we do have something in the works. So, Saul, would you like to say anything about the reason that we're shutting down the Light at Night podcast?
The reason why we're shutting down the Light at Night, I think
Did
our
you know?
algorithm is
Oh boy.
is messed up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they really mess with people that have like 5 views each week.
I mean, I'm just gonna go with that. I'm going with the YouTube doesn't like us.
Okay. Candace, do you have any thoughts on why this is happening to the Light at Night podcast? Are we being targeted by the U.S. government?
Probably because we need a new host. I mean, there's only so much you can say about other countries and different stuff before somebody's going to want to shut you down, man.
It's true.
Just saying.
You know what? Why don't we dedicate this last episode to Canada? Because Canada is a horrible place to live. And I just want to remind people that this podcast supports the idea that Canada is a horrible place to live. The people,
That's
I'm
why
sure they're
this
nice
podcast is dying.
because
I
we
do
went
not.
after Canada.
No, you went after Canada. I had no problem with Canada.
No,
You should. Everybody should have a problem with Canada. Matt Canada, the offensive coordinator for the Pittsburgh Steelers,
Who?
he didn't last, did he? Do you know why?
I don't know who that is.
Exactly, because he was so bad he got fired in week 2.
What was his name? Matt Canada?
I think it was that. Yeah. When I heard his name, I was like,
It is
they were like,
now.
oh yeah, this horrible offensive coordinator for the Pittsburgh Steelers, and they said his name is Matt Canada, and I was like, it's in the name. I mean, Pittsburgh Steelers, Canada. I mean, you couldn't mix more horrible stuff in one cocktail. I mean, it's just yeah. So, but yeah, so the podcast is going to be coming to an end. I really enjoyed it. I you know, I think that it was fun to create all the stuff. Thank you for doing the artwork. Candace's husband, Ed, and Candace, and Saul did the you did the music.
Saul did everything. Saul did the.
No, come on. Oh, come on. I mean, I picked a song that was really good, but apparently we had some copyright problems. My children did the outro. I think that was pretty good. Yeah, and I ruined it by just taking shots at the CIA, the FBI, Canada. They're all connected. I mentioned Alex Jones. I mean, if we're going to
Vince
burn this
McMahon.
podcast down tonight, I'm going to just mention everybody.
Vince McMahon.
Yeah. Vince McMahon. Yeah.
Trump. Biden.
Yeah. I mean, let's get all the keywords. COVID.
That putz from Ukraine. Zelensky. We throw him
Yep.
in there.
Fauci.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just going after everybody.
Yeah.
So, no, I've enjoyed the podcast. Now, we're going to be doing something different. It's a new podcast. It's we'll have more details in the future. I don't know if we're not going to mention the name of the podcast. It's under lock and key right now because it's so special. But I think it'll be exciting. Do you guys have anything to say about the new podcast, the old podcast? Do you guys have anything to say at all?
Ed's going to be doing interpreted dance for the next podcast.
I will
I
be
should.
re-examining my life choices.
I should do interpretive dance with one of the singlets, like Andre the Giant,
Yes.
a cowboy
Yes.
hat.
Yes.
Yes. Yep.
Yep.
And those, and the cowboy boots. Yeah. Yeah, I'll do that.
All
So-
right, and I'll be having a lot of sleepless nights. So
Well, okay. So let's be honest with the three viewers that we have, if we have that. What is the average time that somebody stays with one of our videos?
On the average, it looks like it's about 3 minutes, 4 minutes.
Okay.
Some
Okay.
are lower, some are higher.
All right. So anybody that views our podcast now, if you can't hold on for more than like 3 minutes, go away. Okay? Go away. We don't need you. Go to Canada,
They
move
did.
there,
They did.
complain about that. We don't need you. We need you to stay in. It's like 23 minutes, 24 minutes. Stick with us. The whole 24 minutes. Let's
I-
work on our attention
I feel like
span.
we're televangelists now. We're like we're
This
I
I'm
already
trying to tell
checked
you-
out, and I'm on the podcast. So
that this is
Oh, no.
not our fault that this podcast is crashed and burned. This is
No, you're right.
This is the viewers. This is the
no,
viewers.
no.
We are
And
taking
Ed.
no responsibility.
I just want to tell you that I love you, and God wants you to view our podcast. That's my Joel Osteen.
So anyway, yeah. So we're saying goodbye. I was told that I'm not to speak too long tonight, so I guess if you guys don't have any more to say, we'll say goodnight. We'll turn out the light. But yeah, this is it. This is the final episode. And if you look at this episode in particular, it's horrible. And I think that's why it's been so bad. So
But don't look at that as an example of the new podcast, because the new podcast is going to have a new and improved Ed. He's going to be a wonderful host. We're going to have great new topics. It's going to be something completely different. It's going to blow everybody out of the water. So come check it out for more than 2 minutes. Just
I'm
try to make
literally
it
gonna-
to like 12 and a half.
I'm literally just taking some pictures down and turning out these lights. And
No.
that's all
No,
the change
no.
I'm making. No, I'm not changing.
Well,
No.
then we're gonna have to fire you. We're just gonna have. If you don't want to grow and learn and change, we're gonna have to fire you. We can't
I
have
have
this happen again.
Well, you know what? I already have a name for the new podcast. I Hate Canada. How about that?
Yeah, that'll get you far. Well, so viewers, be looking for me to have my own solo podcast, all about how Ed ruined a podcast. That is going to be our topic every week.
Hold on. Wait a minute. Hold on. Now I got it. No. Hold on. Every week? Are we sure about that, Candace? Because you spent a little time away from the podcast in the last month. So let's say that you're going to do your podcast every 6 months. Let's just
It'll be every week. It'll just be 5 minutes. That's all. I think I can hold people's attention for 5 minutes a week. I got this.
in between
You know what?
making lobster bread or whatever it is that you do. I don't know.
Even then,
Oh.
I mean, today's with people's attention spans. I mean, I think 5 minutes is too long. I think we can only go like 2 minutes. To be honest with you.
People have already
Hey.
tapped out of this episode. This
Whoa.
episode is just for us. I don't care. I don't care anymore.
We know. We can tell. Welcome to the Ed Show.
No, but on a serious note, I really did enjoy this first iteration of our podcast. I wanted to do a podcast, and you guys got me into this, and it was fun. And that's why we're going to do more. But this was just sort of a kind of like a getting used to doing a podcast. So hopefully the next one is a lot better when you get a new host.
All right. Well, so
on that note,
are we done?
We are gonna. Well, what are you gonna do? What do you just shut the power off on us?
I
Huh?
could. I
What
mean,
are you
I
gonna do?
can't. I have all the power here. To be honest with you.
You do. Well, we're gonna slowly just turn the lights out and say goodbye one last time.
It's closing time. I don't know the rest of that song, but Closing time. Something,
Bye,
something,
everybody.
something. Do, 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 do.